Hello, I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and this week I need some serious help with perimenopause. And Lizzy will help me, please.
Perimenopause.
Oh,
I love this subject because, like you told me, I think perimenopause is starting, right?
Yeah, I think so. It feels like it almost happened overnight, and I don't know if this has been the experience of other women, but one day I just woke up and suddenly I can't see, read. I used to have be able to read close up, so I'm like doing this, I'm having weird
Hmm.
joint pain. Um, Spotting, like serious spotting before and after my period, like a week before and then a week after. And I'm like, what is this? So weird spotting. Um, yeah, the sight thing, the vision thing suddenly, so just weird stuff is
So
happening.
I think we start perimenopause in our 30s normally.
Okay.
And I think you did too. It's just we're not really accepting of it, because it's not obvious. Our
Yeah.
skin starts to get a little bit drier,
Yeah.
things like that. Like understanding menopause is, our hormones start to go down when we're 33, probably 35, but it's slowly, slowly, slowly. So, at the point now that most of our listeners, women in their 40s, we're well into it.
Yeah.
It's just the estrogen decline will hit a certain point where we start sleeping differently. We start
That's another symptom.
we start sleeping differently, and that can be from a large amount of stress because our testosterone affects our, if we have a lot of cortisol and a lot of adrenal fatigue, it can take down our testosterone, and testosterone helps us sleep.
Yeah.
So, I think also in this time, this can be a time of big time stress for people too. It might not just only be perimenopause, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's probably a combination, but it's interesting because when I was growing up, all you heard about menopause was two things. You heard um you heard hot flashes and then your period stops. And that's it. That was all that
That's all
was
you
taught
heard.
in childhood.
Yeah.
Um and it's just so much more than that. I didn't really it was never talked about before, all the different symptoms. It was just basically hot flashes and your period ends and that's it.
Yeah. I think that, it's so much different. It's so much more than that. And it can be so much like back then it was like, oh, she's going through the change. So she's like
Yeah.
a total cunt.
Yeah.
We
She's sweating.
actually, she's sweaty. She's a cunt.
She's a sweaty cunt.
She's a sweaty cunt. And if you find yourself a sweaty cunt, this episode is for you because we're going to talk about how to be less of a sweaty cunt.
Okay. I'm not at the sweaty cunt phase. I'm just at the cunt phase, not the sweaty cunt phase. I haven't had any problems with any kind of sweats, but I've had the skin stuff, yes. My hair, I used to have hairy arms or hairy legs. I don't have to shave anymore my legs anymore. My hair has stopped growing on my body. When I get a wax, I don't have to go back for months and months and months. I'm like, this is great. That's the one part I like about perimenopause. But others, yeah, it's just
And a
weird.
lot of other women are having hairs grow out of their chin and all kinds of
I'm
stuff.
having the
So it's,
opposite stuff. Yeah. So
yeah,
gonna
you're
go.
having people are growing your hair out of their chin.
Yeah. Where's my hair gone? It's on her chin.
I've got it
Wouldn't
for
that be
you.
great? All my enemies, my hair grows out of their chin.
Ah, perfect.
It's like perimenopause karma.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a weird time because when I was for 35, I started managing my hormones very like because I was obsessed with it because I was watching my mom go through menopause, perimenopause and menopause. And I, because she's only 19 years older than me, like I kind of like hit that and started doing research on
Oh,
it to help her. And there's so many things that we can do in the beginning, like just maca root alone is
yeah.
a supplement that you can start taking that,
See,
helps manage this.
this is what's interesting. And I'm just curious because I'm here to learn from you. Like I'm here to learn from you, like completely, because I know you've been like researching this like for ages, and I don't know much about it. But for me, maca root, I had weird symptoms from it. Like I felt bad after taking it, so I stopped taking it. So I'm just wondering if it's very individual. Like, what do you know about perimenopause? Is it super individual for each person?
Yes,
Like,
it's
do you have to
very
just keep
individual for
trying?
each person,
Yeah,
and
you
you
have
should
to,
have your blood, your hormones tested
yeah,
and often. And it's some like this is something. This is not just a one-stop shop. And I'm
yeah,
by no means a doctor. I
yeah,
really am just somebody who's really tried to
yeah.
age as comfortably as possible. And obviously, I care about nothing more than my looks. So I want that to go really well. You can see it like a lot of people will get like menopause tummy. I didn't
I
want
have that.
that. So, yeah, something like that. So, but just real clear, if you started to take maca root and it made you sick, you probably were starting to take it too much in the beginning. It's a powerful, powerful
Okay.
Peruvian root that is used actually when people want to have a baby. Like like
Oh.
it gets people
That's
pregnant
probably why it
quick.
made me sick. I was like, my
Yeah.
body's like, no children for you.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, no. But if that, uh, if you did start taking it and made you sick, it was probably you're taking too much in the beginning.
Okay.
It could be, and I like to go with that. If you want to try maca root, something to try would be smaller doses, and 4 days on, 3 days off.
Okay. So let's like back it up a bit because
Okay,
macaroon's one
let's
thing.
back up. That's
Like I
way
kind of
that's
want to
way
pick
in
your
the
brain about like what you know about perimenopause and like what are some things you, like what have you done? So like let's suck up your knowledge. Like what have you done? What have you tried? Like what's worked? What hasn't?
Well, I've tried the hormone diet. I did that for maybe like 5 to 10 years before I got the pellet, which
And
is
what's the hormone diet?
bioidentical.
What is that?
I'll tell you all about it. Let's see. I mean, I want to start by saying a lot of times the thing that happens in perimenopause is a lot of people think that they're depressed or
Hmm.
that they have something wrong with them and they go to the doctor and the doctor will give them SSRIs. And I think that, or SNRIs, because they think they're depressed. And if you feel depressed and you're in your 40s, it's very likely a hormone imbalance. And it's very much not likely that you're depressed. I think
Okay.
that that's very, very important. And I think it's one of the worst parts about our medical system right now is because women will be given pharmaceuticals rather than be treated for actual perimenopause and find ways to holistically or pharmaceutically make that better.
Yeah.
So like right
Oh,
now, a lot of times, like if you're not sleeping well, you think, oh my God, and then if you don't sleep well, you have anxiety. And if you have
yeah.
anxiety, you think, oh my God, something's wrong with my brain,
Yeah.
when it's really because you're not sleeping well enough. Do
Yeah.
you,
It's so interesting.
it
For
just,
some reason,
and then you get that
yeah.
stomach.
Yeah.
Well, that's because when you don't sleep well enough, you have more cortisol, which gives you, when you're in survival mode, you want to store fat there to protect yourself. So you think, oh my God, I'm gaining weight And it's all because you didn't sleep well, because your testosterone is off and your hormones aren't right. And I want to warn against people that go to the doctor and say, God, I'm not sleeping well. I need sleeping pills, or I have anxiety. I need this, or I'm getting a stomach. I can't lose this weight. I need the fat
Ozempic.
shot. Yeah. So, all of these things are actually because this one hormone is off, and it can go like, there are so many, each hormone can just tragically affect you. And one more thing, in this time, a lot of women start to kind of reject sex because if you go back, if you're not sleeping well, you're not able to create
Yeah.
dopamine,
It's like
or
this
you're
fucked up domino effect of everything.
yes.
The
And I just want you to
interconnection.
know that there is hope. If anybody out there is experiencing all of these things, there is hope, and there's a lot of things now that we can do, you know, to address the root cause, which is, we can handle a lot through diet. We can handle a lot through bioidentical hormone therapy. We can handle a lot through creams of different things, and we shouldn't be embarrassed about this.
Who, like, for me, I'm like totally lost on what even doctor to see. Because, like, I've been to an endocrinologist because I had my thyroid removed, so I needed to do that. But, like, they don't really talk about it. Like, who do you go to see? Who's the specialist?
Well, I luckily got hooked up with a nutritionalist. We had her on years and years ago, Betsy Opt, I think was her name,
Mhm.
but she's no longer here in Naples. But she told me that I was in severe adrenal fatigue, which she thought by my symptoms that I was having, which I couldn't sleep. I didn't
Yeah.
feel like having sex, like for the first time in my entire life. I had put on 5 pounds I couldn't get off. I was anxious. I was like having self doubt. I
Yeah.
was very irritable. But it was all because I had been in this adrenal fatigue for so long that it kind of had
And
lowered
what's
my.
adrenal fatigue? Like, how would you, in
It's
layman's terms, how would you describe that? What is it?
the best way I can describe it is if you're experiencing so much cortisol overload, it
Yeah.
can burn your system out where you cannot produce
Oh,
testosterone.
oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that was that
Okay.
situation because I
Got it.
had been under an immense amount of stress.
I just realized that adrenal is from adrenaline, which is that, yeah? Okay. Is that,
Yeah.
okay. Gosh,
Yes.
how did that just
Yeah.
happen? Should
That
have
just
known that.
happened right in
Okay.
front of
Yeah.
my eyes.
Okay.
So I went into a hormone specialist, and you can find them on the internet
Did you just
everywhere.
Google hormone specialist or did somebody recommend?
Betsy was able to tell me
Okay.
where to go to get it, and
Okay.
but you can look up
I think your mic stopped working for some reason. I can't hear you.
hello,
Now,
hello.
now I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So BioT is a company that you can go on, and they will tell you where to go in the continental United States. And I think they also do support some of Europe.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But anyway, you want to go get your blood drawn and get your hormone levels read. And you don't want to go to a general for this because they'll say you're normal when you're at the bare minimum.
Okay. And like you just get like a whole hormone panel, like you get all of them done,
Hormone
like
pan,
as many as you
all of
can.
them done. Yes,
All
because
the
you want to
hormones.
know
Give me-
all the hor- all the hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. I mean, they can read everything, and you want them not to be at an acceptable level. You want them to be at an optimal level.
Okay. So let me ask you a question because I heard that it's good if you do get your blood tested to get it tested at like a couple times in the month because that your hormone levels fluctuate just like depending on what time of the month you are. So I heard it's good to get it like in like all of the cycles that you go through just to get it done, just to have like an accurate measure. I don't know if that's correct.
That's not what I have done. And I don't think that's in my, I mean, I can see why you would do it because a woman's hormone cycle is 30 days. A man's hormone cycle is 1 day.
Yeah.
So, you could for optimal, if you're doing like a cream or you're able to like manage this just with supplements, I think that might be something that you do are able to do, but I don't have that kind of time. And I don't think a lot of people I know have that kind of time.
Oh no, it's not like every day you go get your blood drawn. It's just you like you in the month you get it drawn like 5 times, but like it's just five times you get your blood drawn. And so you have like five
You have a
results.
you have
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
do you do that I mean, we
No,
change
no, no,
every
just
month. I
just
don't
one
know.
month. Just one cycle. You get your blood drawn at different parts of your cycle. So not every month, but like just one cycle just to kind
My lady has never recommended that,
of
but I could see where that would be a helpful, amazing thing to do. I think that like for me, I've done the pellet therapy. That would be, you know, interesting. I don't know how they would do that, but I I think if you were using a cream or something like that, that would be, interesting. I would
that's
love for you to do that.
popular like system of um doing it in Poland is the cream. Everybody has the cream.
Everybody's got the cream in Poland.
And what's interesting is I have a friend who she puts the cream in her ears because she says her ears itch during perimenopause, and I'm like, what? Sorry, the thumbs up just came. Okay. And I was like, they itch? She's like, yeah, my ears really itch. I was like, that's so weird. And then the doctor told her just to put a little bit of the cream, like a little hormone in your ear. I was like, this is so weird. Like,
I want to tell you why I never even thought about going with the cream.
yeah, tell me.
Because if you have children and they would hug you or be near you, it can really affect their hormones.
Or you're having sex and the dude suddenly is like, why am I getting
It
boobs?
actually has happened. It's actually happened. But that's why I didn't even like think about that, like but I am only on testosterone because that was like when I had mine done, that was the only one that I was low on.
Okay, yeah. So tell me your story. So you went and got your blood drawn because you were feeling adrenal fatigue.
Horrible.
You
I
went,
felt
yeah,
horrible.
you felt horrible.
And so this Betsy Opt, she recommended that I got my blood done, and I was so stinking low on testosterone that it was like tragic. I think
Wow.
I was like, I can't remember what the average is or where I went, but they said, okay, this is a big problem.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting bioidentical
Okay.
hormone replacement therapy.
Okay.
And it's just a little rice piece that goes right in subdermally on your butt cheek.
Okay.
Okay. So, and you can get several of them in there depending on how low you are or what different kinds of hormones you need. And it just kind of flows out over the course of 3 to 6 months for each person.
Okay. So it's
It's
like a
different.
extended release thing.
Yep.
How
Yep.
does
And it
it do
just,
it, I wonder? I'm like so interested in like this piece of rice and suddenly like the hormones are just being released. Like they must be
yeah.
so tiny. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're like a little lozenge in there, and it just
oh my
kind of,
goodness, testosterone.
yeah, yeah. And Jason's on it too.
Oh, I didn't know
So,
that.
yes, Jason gets it and
So
he loves it.
They call it, because in Poland, they call it an andropauza for the guys and menopause for the women. So what do they call it? Do they call it menopause in the States, or do they have a name for
I
it?
don't think our like American men don't acknowledge any sort of stuff
Wow.
like that.
Polish
I don't
men do.
think.
They acknowledge a lot of Polish men are on testosterone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They
Well, I think
they
a lot of American men are, but they don't like,
they
I
don't admit
mean,
it. Yeah. They're like, it's
yeah,
just
I mean,
natural
yeah,
as they're
I'm,
scratching their rice pellet.
they just walk around with this like rock hard penis all day long.
Oh,
Perfect.
it's all natural, baby.
Yeah, this is all me.
Oh, that's
That's so
interesting.
funny.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got the pellet, and what was like that whole experience like? Like, so they gave you the
So,
test, they saw that you were low on testosterone, so then what happens?
yeah, so I realized that this was a problem. I get this bio tea and I the first night I sleep so well.
The first night.
And the first night, I'm not kidding you, within 3 months, I lost all 5 or 10 pounds. I think it might have been 10 pounds. I can't remember. It was a fucking situation because
Wow.
I was having to buy new clothes.
Yeah,
So
that's
you know what I mean? Like I just wanted that to be gone.
yeah.
And so I lost the weight within like 3 months, I want to say. And then I started to realize that I wasn't as angry or irritable.
So
I
interesting because the testosterone, I think, gets a bad rap because people think if you have high testosterone that you're quicker to anger, but you were
I
calm.
No, I wish I would have done more. Like, I wish I could tell you all the good things that testosterone does for women.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time to do the research on it or think that we were going to talk about it. But I can tell you, most of us have got to be too low on testosterone because it just shows in everything. Our skin, I mean, just orgasms alone.
Oh,
Orgasms alone.
did you
Get,
notice the difference there?
oh my God, so amazing.
Okay.
The like it's just so good. When your body is right,
Yeah.
the you want to have sex.
Yeah.
You know, like if you are not feeling sexual, I think that's a really good red flag that something is wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean I want to make space for the 1 in 5 who, have experienced trauma and, or, the relationship's not right, but these are still red flags. Like, let's stop acting like they're not,
Yeah.
you know? But like, if you were a person who really loved sex and all of a sudden you're in your late 30s to late 40s
And you're
or
like,
late 50s and you don't feel like having sex anymore, this is a hormone problem. And it's not you, it's not your husband, it's not your partner, it's not your lover. It is a hormone problem. And like that, like just let that soak in because I talk to so many of my girlfriends and I know it. They'll be like, it just makes me fucking sick to think about having sex with my husband. And I'm
uh,
like, I
uh,
mean, and that's real. That's
yeah.
how they feel.
Oh,
But I secretly know because I can tell by their skin and their body and everything that it is simply a hormone problem.
yeah. What have you convinced or encouraged some of your friends to get the pellet, and have they done it, and has it like revolutionized everything, or
I've sent so many people into my hormone doctor. It's like left and right.
oh, that's so funny.
I think you're the last of my friends that
Well, it's
like,
because it's interesting because Poland is like they're very careful. Like doctors don't even prescribe antibiotics. Like it's so
well,
careful.
they shouldn't.
Right, right. They don't. And so Poland is very careful with that stuff, which is it's great on one hand, but on the other hand, sometimes you're like, okay, you're a little too careful, right? So I might go to London because I've researched like London, this hormone therapist and they do the pellet, so I might go get it
So
in London.
hormone therapy got a really bad rap in the 60s
Yeah.
and 70s because they basically took hormones from animals.
Yeah, like bovine.
And
Like
yeah, like bovine, and you like obviously
Got
taking
cancer.
that from
Yeah.
a 400 pound or 1,200 pound
Yeah.
animal,
Yeah.
it didn't turn out. It's important to say they are bioidentical from vegetables, hormones that
Okay.
cause you to have what you would normally have in your body.
That's
I want to
interesting.
say that. Like,
Yeah.
do not, like, so I can definitely see where people are scared of them.
Yeah.
It's not your grandmother's hormone therapy that we're talking about. Okay?
Give you the
It's not,
commercial. This ain't your grandmother's therapy.
this ain't, this ain't your grandma's hormone therapy. This is like from plants. And that's important to say.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you have to go and get it adjusted every few months? Because this is one thing that I did hear from a doctor here in Poland that, your hormones change and fluctuate. So you sometimes need a larger dose, a smaller dose. Like, what's up with that? Like, how do you regulate that?
So I get my blood tested once a year.
Okay.
And I think I'm off right now. I just feel like I'm off, so I'm going Monday to get my blood tested. I'll let you know how I fare.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had it tested in a while, and I think that like my estrogen levels might be going down. I'm not sure, but every year, both Jason and I have it done, have our blood testing completely done, which you should anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know. Um, So
Anything
ask
else
me any.
besides, 'cause how much is it, the pellet, by the way?
My
Like,
God, it's so late. It's like $400 every 3 months.
okay, that's not too bad.
Well, when you think of what people are spending on coffee,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, okay, like just this is so you sleep better, so you
Yeah.
feel better, so your skin looks better, you have better sex, you have more energy, you have
Yeah.
less brain fog. I
Was there,
mean, that's a
yeah,
big
the
deal.
brain fog. Holy crap. I've started experiencing that. I never experienced that before. I was always so sharp. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Um, was there an adjustment period? Because like I know like whenever I started the pill or something in high school, I would break out. Was there like a small adjustment period or did you just flow right into it?
I just flew right into it and it did not, but I think it's different for everyone. A couple of my friends, they had like their breasts were tender when they first got
Okay.
it. And there's all different things that like you
Yeah.
could experience. I got like more chin hairs.
Oh, I didn't
I
realize.
know.
Are
My
they
nipples were extremely sensitive in the beginning, which I
I
mean,
liked?
I
Yeah.
kind of liked. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it didn't choke me, would be really great.
Yeah, yeah.
No, just kidding. But kind of. Not really kidding.
Interesting. So like, yeah, I'm like, I really want to get this done now because it was almost overnight that the symptoms started kicking in. And when you talked about it, we did a pellet episode. And when you talked about it, I was like, okay, because the symptoms weren't so bad,
Right.
but now
Well, and
it's almost like I woke up one day and they were all here. Like, hello.
and this has so many like different testosterone alone really affects your cardiovascular health.
Oh,
Just so you know. Like this is life threatening. Like it can be
oh,
life threatening to have hormone deficiencies.
okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Your bone density is being challenged.
yeah.
Your immune system is actually affected. By the way, I did look that up. You asked about
Yeah,
it.
because I've been getting sick a lot like lately, so yeah.
Yeah, that could be estrogen deficiency for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Well,
Orgasms.
okay.
Uh, the reason that I keep bringing up sex is like we don't want to talk about it, but it is so healthy to do.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like doing it, then you're not getting the endorphins from it. And that really does affect your quality of life.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to talk about for the people who don't want to do pellet therapy or can't afford it. Like that's something we talked about, nutritional health and how that can actually be supported in menopause or perimenopause is we're doing a lot of things that really don't go for supporting perimenopause, which is fast foods, sugars.
Mm.
We're drinking out of plastics. We're using antibacterial soap. Using all of that stuff is actually going to make these symptoms
Worse.
worse. You know,
What else can we do? So you mentioned ma maca, right? So like
so from a
I heard
nutritional
like sweet potato. Is that true?
macaroon is I didn't hear your question, but macaroon is something that if you look at it like this, macaroon makes your hormones go very even up and down.
Okay. Okay.
They where right now because right now if you're in perimenopause, you're actually experiencing highs and lows
Yeah, I'm
real
getting
bad.
yeah.
Yeah. So that'll even you out. It's really good.
Okay.
Maca root is very good for teenagers too, just
Oh,
an
okay,
F1.
interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It supports adrenal glands, so it makes you be able to hold better space for stress.
Okay.
It boosts energy, balances estrogen, progesterone, and it enhances your sex libido.
Okay.
So, yep, yep. Ashwagandha is a great one.
Oh, what the?
Ashwagandha, that lowers your cortisol and supports thyroid, which I was thinking about you with your thyroid because that might be affecting you worse.
Well, I don't have a thyroid.
I know, that's
I
what
have
I'm saying.
zero
Like
thyroid.
you have
So,
zero thyroid. So I'm wondering if
oh,
that,
yeah. Huh.
but
I
you take that pill every day,
take a
don't
yeah, I
you?
take a thyroid replacement. So it and I my THC levels or whatever, all the thyroid levels are fine.
I think THC is marijuana, right?
Oh, or what TSH? Once an addict, always an addict.
I'm like, wait, you're not, that's one of the things you're not supposed to have.
Yeah, my THC levels are great, man.
Uh, okay, holy basil that can
Holy
balances cortisol.
basil.
Holy basil,
Holy basil,
yeah,
Batman.
and that will balance your blood sugar. So what you have to think about in menopause, perimenopause, is you don't want things coming into you like jet fuel because your body, like your
Never like
insulin
things
shoots
coming
up.
into me like jet fuel.
Yeah, exactly. But
Ooh,
you don't want, so it balances
yeah.
your blood sugar, which
Okay,
is really important.
cool.
Avocados, nuts,
Avocados, check.
seeds,
Nuts,
coconut oil.
yep, check. I put some in my coffee every morning.
Good. Thank you, Aubrey Marcus.
Thank you, Aubrey Marcus. Quote of
Yep.
the day of your life. Check out the episode.
Olive oil, fatty fish, of course, omega 3s. I think it's really like if you're in your 40s and you might want to think about giving up seed oils, which is your,
Right. JFK. I mean, RFK. Thank you, RFK.
yeah, all the FKs.
All the
Fuck,
FKs.
fuck,
Love you.
fuck seed oils. Beans,
What about
sesame
sweet
seeds.
potatoes? Saw Sex in the City episode where Samantha was just kept eating yams or sweet potatoes. I heard those are good.
Oh, I can't remember, but those are don't allow for those manage your blood sugar. So I would think that
That's
that
good.
would work really. Eggs, grass-fed beef, bison.
We need to talk about protein, I think, because I think as also as we get older, women need a lot more protein than we used to, right?
Yeah, it's good. Protein is so good for hormone production and repair
Okay.
of your muscles because you want to keep your muscles strong.
Okay. Because I have been, I don't know what it is, but for the last year, I crave steak on a daily basis and I order it on a daily. I'm eating steak, like really good quality steak every day.
Yeah, and just real quick, while you order your food,
Yeah.
it worries me that they're using like table salt because that actually takes away from like, you know, if you were to make it home, you'd have like a Celtic salt or something like that. They in restaurants, they always use table
Okay.
salt, which really does take away from your bone density, which is a big problem in menopause or perimenopause.
Okay, so no table salt. Got it. I'm
I
not much
worry
of a
about
salter.
that.
It's interesting because I've never been much of a salter, and there's like people who like salt everything. I'm not. I don't even need any salt. Like it's weird.
Yeah. We eat like this family. I'm so obsessed with salt. It's like I've got salt from all corners of the earth. I have black salt, red salt,
I have black
red
salt.
algae salt. Yeah, I just love it all. Like right now we're dealing in French salt.
Ooh.
So yes, yes, sal. I just want to give people a few more ideas of snack foods. Dark chocolate. It's a just fucking eat dark chocolate.
That's all I do, really. That's
Just
for
like
chocolate,
just
all I do. I don't even, I think if I ate milk chocolate, I would throw up.
yeah.
Like I
Well,
don't even,
don't let's not like you want 70%
yeah.
cacao,
Ow!
cacao, but just
Cacao.
eat it all berries. You want to look into antioxidants because antioxidants are regenerating your cells.
Okay, blueberries.
Because blueberries,
I eat
cherries
blueberries
are
every
better
day.
than blueberries.
What are?
Cherries have more antioxidants than blueberries,
Yeah, but
and you can get
blueberries.
them frozen.
Yeah.
Green tea,
Green tea, got it.
turmeric,
Turmeric.
turmeric. Oh God, that's like just shoved up our asses, isn't it?
Oh my
I'm
God, I'm so
so
sick of
sick
fucking
of turmeric. Broccoli, Brussels
big.
sprouts, cabbage, all
Big
that
time.
shit.
I live in Poland.
Yeah,
Cabbage is like potatoes.
yeah,
Like it's cabbage. There's always cabbage.
yeah. And
Cabbage
it
is
doesn't say it here, but you should be having fermented something.
we yeah, we're the country of fermenting, so
Yeah.
it's good.
So you're good. Okay, so let's move on quick because we have a lot more things to cover.
Okay. We do?
You need sleep.
Sleep. Yeah.
And when I'm talking sleep, that has to be your number one thing.
How, well, so what do you do with like, I guess you have to do the diet, you have to do all of that to get your hormones right. Because I wake up 4:50 every day. 4:50 is the witching hour. I wake up and I feel like, is there like a poltergeist in here that's like waking me up? Because it's 4:50 on the dot. You know those movies where the clocks stop at exactly
Yeah.
30 something? Like, yeah.
For 5 years straight, I woke up at 3:33 every single day.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's demonic. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you do with it?
I think we do call that the witching hour. It is the
Okay.
witching hour.
Okay.
So, but I would ask you, what time do you go to bed?
Usually 10 or 11.
Okay, so if you wake up at 5 o'clock every single day, you need to go to bed 9 hours before that.
Okay. Carry the two.
And
What is
yeah,
that? I'm like,
whatever time that is.
whatever time
And
that is. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah.
like my sister rips on me and people rip on me. I am so particular about my sleep that like I will choose sleep over almost anything
Okay.
because it truly is the best thing. You make sure and you know your brain like it detoxes in sleep.
Yeah.
You're able to think better.
Yeah.
When you actually go get a really good night's sleep, your body is healthier,
Yeah.
like
I imagine.
from
I
the
think
get-go.
actually my immune, like whatever deficiencies, is because of the horrible quality of sleep I've been getting. So I think it's all
Yes.
tied together.
So I just have a few tips,
Yeah.
to get a really nice night's sleep. I don't follow them all. I'm going to tell you that. But I will tell you what I do. A digital sunset, that means you're getting off your phone,
Yeah.
by 7 or 8 o'clock if you're going to bed
Yeah.
at 9:30. I like to take just a break. I don't want to be looking at my phone. I start to get anxious when I
Yeah.
do that. You can do a stretch or a meditation or a yoga. I don't always do that.
Yeah, I'm a more meditation and yoga person, but yeah, that makes sense.
But just so you know, it is
Anything to get
completely
you,
different.
I think, into like relaxation mode, right? Like anything
Yeah.
relaxed, or like when you were a little kid, you had your warm milk. You, why does this up keep going? Anyway, your warm,
Mine won't go.
yeah, you're
Why
just
don't I
you
happen?
don't like you don't like emojis, so
Yeah.
um, when you were a kid, the warm milk, the story, you took a bath, you got into the bed, and it was just like this whole ritual. So finding your own ritual, right?
Find your own ritual and make sure your bed is made every morning,
Yeah, I do that.
and that way you can climb into it. But you
Oh,
take a warm shower. I like to go in my sauna before I go to bed,
yeah,
then take a warm shower. I have to have my legs shaved
yeah.
and then I crawl in. I mean, I just do it the same exact way every single night. I take magnesium glycinate every single night. If you're
I think
not
I'm
doing
writing this
that,
magnesium glycinate.
you have to do that. That
Okay.
like everyone should be doing that
Why? What is
because
what?
it is everyone's deficient on it at one and two, it is so good for the body and brain and
Magnesium.
so good for sleep.
All right, I'm done. I'm taking it. I just wrote it down.
So there's three different types of magnesium, I think, and magnesium glycinate is the perfect one for sleep and for rebuilding muscle and stuff like that. Magnesium citrate is the calming one. It calms you, and it
Okay.
also will loosen your lower GI if you need it to.
Your sphincter. Yeah.
Your yeah.
Okay.
So magnesium is an absolute must. In the morning, this will help you with sleep at night. If you get a look at sunlight as soon as possible when you wake up, and I always do this.
Yeah, me too. I heard that Andrew Huberman talks about that too in his podcast, and he's like, wake up and look at the sun. Just look at the sun. He goes, you can like
Yep.
blink a couple times, but just get your eyes exposed to that.
Yep. And keep the TV and the news off no matter what. I don't care what your dad did. Just do not turn on any kind of media in the morning.
Yeah, I don't do that anyway. So yeah.
It actually affects your sleep at night.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't do that in the
Yeah.
morning. I get up, I meditate, I get ready for work and then I go. So, yep.
Perfect. Perfect. I mean, that's wonderful. I wanted to say for your nighttime routine, before you go to bed, write down what is most important for you tomorrow to worry about so you don't forget.
Yeah.
Because it really fucks with you if you go to bed and you didn't write it down,
Yeah.
whatever is
Your head.
concerning you for the next day. It like if you put it on paper or
Yep.
you put it on notes on your phone,
Yeah.
you've got it and you won't worry about it.
Okay.
Even set a reminder on your phone.
Yeah.
You know, I sleep at 66 or 68 degrees.
I always sleep in the cold. Even
I
in the winter, I sleep with the window open. Like people think I'm
Yeah,
insane, but I
yeah.
I just cover up and I love the fresh air. So,
It's so good for you. It's actually physically good for you to
yeah.
sleep in the cold. And
Cool.
I sleep with blankets on, obviously.
Interesting, because
It's
sometimes you have these like it's instinct. Like I always just felt like it was healthier. Yeah.
Yep. You will get better sleep if you're naked, but if you're not comfortable with your body, then get something that you are comfortable with,
Yeah.
you know. But
Get a
really
body that
sleeping
you're comfortable
naked,
with.
you
Get on
know,
the fucking treadmill.
yeah, you're under the covers, so it
Yeah.
actually made me more comfortable with my body when I started sleeping
Yeah.
naked or almost naked. So it actually helps you with feel better about your body. But get nice sheets. Like, I mean, you're fucking 40 years old. If we're talking about this and you haven't gotten sheets yet that you like,
Yeah.
you're
If there's flannel on your bed, you need to rethink your life choices. You need to
seriously.
rethink your life choices.
Yeah, you got bigger problems
Yeah,
than we can solve
mismatched
today.
everything. You need to rethink your life choices.
Okay, so exercise and stress reduction. A walk will do you wonders.
Yeah.
A walk will do you wonders. I am going to try a new routine this
All
next
right.
week. For it's actually set up for to support hormones, which is Monday strength training, Tuesday gentle cardio, Wednesday strength training upper body, Thursday yoga or Pilates or stretch, and then
Nice.
Friday is an interval or a hit. Now, I've never successfully been able to work out 5 times in 1 week. It's always 4 times a week
Yeah. But
for
that's good.
me.
Better than nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. But you do want to physically move your body.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard that the weightlifting, like the strength training, is incredibly important for bone density. So that's what I heard, especially. Yeah.
Building muscle is for longevity. Remember that.
Yeah.
Especially these bigger muscles like your butt muscles and your thigh muscles, those are going to really support you in longevity.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Good.
And then that's basically,
No biggie. Just do all those things. Just do all those
that's
things.
what I do. So that's what I do. So go ahead and do that.
Just go ahead and do all those things. No, but I think it's important just to start doing some of those things, whatever you can, because I know that seems really overwhelming, but for me, it's going to be for sure getting the hormones tested.
Yeah.
And then for sure the diet stuff. And then I'm going to try to like add a little bit of strength training in because I know that's important. So like whatever
Yeah.
of those things like I can fit in, I'm going to fit in because this lack of sleep is killing me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah. I think that, the things I would pull out of it, and I do like 90% of that, but I didn't start out that way
yeah.
at all.
It's built. It's like
Yeah, it
you
builds
make
up
one
and
thing a
then
habit and then you add another habit and then you add another habit. It's like it's the way habits form. It's impossible to add 10 new habits, but just add
it's
one new habit and
impossible.
then you could build on that.
My first thing would be focus on your sleep wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that would be my number one.
Yeah.
My number two would probably be, my number two would be get that blood drawn so you know what you're fucking
Yeah.
dealing with,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and then
Knowledge is
my,
power.
yeah, know what you're dealing with. And then my number three would be to support myself with food
Okay. Yeah.
because that's something that you're doing all day, every day. Like
Yeah.
you're eating. And then, you know, I think that we should really reframe this time
Yeah.
because it's a great time to become comfortable with yourself and your body and what you want from your body, what you're looking at. Like I don't feel less sexy today than I did when I was 25.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel
I know
great
I
in terms of
yeah,
like my body and how I look. And I feel more sexy than I did when, because I was so insecure when I was younger. And now I'm feeling way more confident. So I'm like feeling myself. When
yeah,
I look at myself in the mirror in my underwear, I'm like, damn girl, like I'm feeling it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so good. And I wish that for everybody because it's not, you know, we're not it, we're not looking at it properly if we're stressed about it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, life is long. We could be here a lot longer. I mean, it's gonna
I
take
know.
like,
Who says life is short? Like, who are you
oh
people?
my
Life is
God.
long.
Like you fucking had a boring first half because I'm like coming out of this like, are
Like,
you serious?
woo, I got a
This
whole
could,
other half coming. Woo.
oh, no, this is where I'm at. Okay, this could go on for a while. I better clean this shit show up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be suffering. Yeah.
It's like I don't want to be like, I just brutalized myself for a long time.
Yeah.
I've only been taking care of myself for like the last 14 years,
Yeah.
maybe 15, maybe 20. That first 25 was crazy.
Yeah. My first 37 was crazy. So I got some catching up
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. I love you. This was so good. Thank you for sharing all of that. I love
Of
it.
course.
How
I
you're,
really hope it helps. And anybody who has any questions, go ahead and reach out. And, I love, even if I don't know the answer, I love to learn about our bodies.
yeah.
So anybody who wants to reach out for more or needs help, we can post, the BioT link. And if anybody wants to know any of those supplements, what I use, I'll be happy to share. Same
Yeah.
with I'll be happy to share with you, except for with you as a,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't take anything. So, but I will share
yeah.
my journey. I will continue to share my journey of the perimenopause and what I'm doing with it. So,
Okay.
what I'm committed
All
to.
right.
Love you. Thank you for
Well,
sharing.
next week, what are we going to do? Oh, God.
We're gonna do We Need to Be Toxic.
I'm very excited to do that one.
I'm so excited to do that.
Yeah.
So I will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Love you.
Ew.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on We Need Help, the podcast.
Make sure to like, subscribe, like again our YouTube channel, our Instagram, follow us wherever you can. It really, really helps us out and ensures that you won't miss any future episodes. So, yep, thanks to you, we can keep going.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.